No cash? Can't pay?
Hit me on my Cash App, check it in the morning. Cash, ass, bags, cash.
He's got 99 problems with Square, ain't one.
Cash App and Square, widespread outage.
Tonight we're hearing from frustrated Cash App users after a widespread outage. It's preventing users access to their money. Now, Cash App acknowledges the problem, posting these updates on their website. The problem started this afternoon, and users of the mobile payment app are reaching out wanting to know why they can't log on or even get their money. Cash App asking for patience while they investigate, also asking users not to make any peer-to-peer payments, cash card purchases, or log out of their accounts. Besides Cash App, the popular point-of-sale app many businesses use, Square, is also having outage problems.
Many local small businesses took a financial hit as the payment service Square suffered a power outage. Those businesses forced to turn down customers.
Square, the e-commerce and transaction platform, experienced widespread outages over the last 24 hours. The company said the issues have been resolved, but that still left many businesses frustrated and flustered. Dan Gross talked to one such business owner and joins us in the studio now. Dan.
Hi there, Teresa. That business I spoke to today is the Poutineery. That's off of Atlantic Avenue in Rochester. For those who don't know, they make poutine, which is a Canadian dish of fries, gravy, and cheese curds, both inside the place and to go. But that outage you were referring to last night, well, that hit them at 5:30 p.m., which was pretty much the worst time. They host a weekly trivia night on Thursday, so not only does that mean that business was booming on the inside, but all of those takeout orders, most of which are done online through Square by credit card, were unable to be processed. I talked with co-owner Elizabeth Clapp, and she said the Poutineery made the tough decision to take offline card swipes instead of going to cash. Now, with that decision, until this issue was resolved, there was no easy way to make sure that they were making any money from that night, taking all of the risk on themselves. Now, if those issues had persisted, there would have been no way for them to get paid. Now, they say in a text that those issues for them have been resolved. They also told me today that the big thing they wanted out of this incident from Square was better communication.
Bottom line is better communication. We learned about it through Twitter. And I don't tweet. You know, my staff is great. My business partner tweets, is a Twitter fan. But that's how we learned about it. We're watching, you know, places from Ireland like firing off, and restaurants all around the world trying to decide if they needed to close, cash, or offline. Everybody went in different directions. And it's just the communication we need.
Block stock, FedNow risk. Is it time to buy Square stock now or wait? Square and Cash App were down on Thursday for many hours. The nationwide outage was a lunchtime and dinner time disaster for many restaurants and bars that depend on their payment services. Some businesses lost tens of thousands in net income and decided to give away food for free for those that cannot pay cash.
Square services are now back up and running. The issue started Thursday afternoon. The manager of Brouhaha on West 12th Street says this basically grounded his business to a halt.
Yeah, it's disappointing on a lot of levels because our customers come in and they can't use their card or they can't pay at all, and so we just can't do business. And you know, I've actually talked to some of the other businesses in the plaza, and they just closed down when they were using Square.
He adds it's frustrating for the customers and the staff.
Because they get frustrated, they don't know what to do. And if there's no easy fix, then we're kind of just stuck telling people we can't help them.
Urban Honey Bakery also uses Square and says they saw a decrease in pre-order sales.
Usually week to week, anywhere between a quarter to like 40% of what we do is already pre-ordered. And so I definitely saw a dip in that, and then a dip in sales this week too.
Also, technology has its perks.
Once you rely on it for so many aspects of your business, if one goes down, the whole thing kind of goes down. It's a little frustrating, but I mean...
Is Thursday's service disruption a concern for all of us shareholders? What's the macro reason? Block stock continues to be beaten down lately. Is now a great time to invest in Square stock now or wait? I will explain it all right after this.
How you like that? How you like that?
Welcome back to the Audacious Money Witch channel, where we talk about macroeconomy, stocks, bonds, and commodity markets. If you like any of these topics, you are intelligent. That's why you're here, and you know what to do, and push my button if you like what you see in today's video. Because you're already a success, it is done when you join the Audacious Money Witch Club. This video is brought to you by my website. If you're a good boy, go to audaciousmoneywitch.square.site to add more meaning into your life. If you play your cards right and completely submit like my good boys do, then I will take you under my wing. Author of best-selling books, Goddess Cheryl. My good boys always get rewarded handsomely. You are such a good boy. You like hearing that, don't you? You want to get into the bookstore, you want it to be real, you want it to be true, you want to join the Audacious Money Witch Club, don't you? Let's start with the macro. Bank of Canada has paused rate hike last week at 5% because of a negative GDP print happened in August. However, despite recession sign, commodities prices keep going higher due to supply cuts and energy demand, pressuring higher yields for longer, which putting down unprofitable growth stocks. However, I believe Block is trading at a discount. It holds strong long-term upside potential. Block trades on the New York Stock Exchange, ticker symbol SQ, formerly known as Square. The prominent fintech company that now owns Cash App and has revolutionized the payments and the financial services industry, which has had a slow year. Despite growing revenue over 25% and beating on earnings in both of their 2023 conference calls, the stock has struggled. With its ever-increasing diverse range of products, including payment processing, Cash App, and Bitcoin services, investing in Block stock can be an appealing prospect for investors seeking exposure to the fintech sector, offering both value and growth. In this video, we will explore various aspects of why you should consider investing in Block and how the stock could see as much as 175% upside in the next 3 years. This video is not financial advice. It's your cash, your responsibility. Block has been making headlines recently with its significant moves in the cryptocurrency space. The company made a substantial investment in Bitcoin, which has gained in value over time, contributing to its impressive financial performance, and proves this can be a profitable venture furthermore. Block has been actively expanding its services and features within its Venmo rival Cash App, attracting more users and generating higher transaction volumes. These developments have propelled the company's stock price only to pull back in recent weeks due to macroeconomic headwinds. We believe this pullback is unwarranted and opens up value with a high upside thanks to strong growth for patient investors. When it comes to Block's valuation, its price to earnings ratio is relatively higher than industry averages at 30.8x forward earnings, indicating that investors have placed a premium on the company's growth potential. This premium has been well warranted as the stock is a leader in growth and has found numerous ways to continue to fuel growth. Furthermore, Block's diversification with a broad portfolio of services and the continued growth of Cash App suggests that the valuation is well justified. Additionally, its involvement in the cryptocurrency market adds a unique dimension to its valuation, making it an interesting choice for investors who want exposure to the Bitcoin space. The reason we believe Block has more long-term upside potential than competitor PayPal is we believe a shift from investors chasing value over to growth stocks is imminent. The Federal Reserve appears to have a good handle on inflation, and with this we see tech growth stocks once again taking favor. With this, Block will be a strong target for both individual and institutional investors, as the stock is a less mature, stronger growth alternative to PayPal. We believe if all goes well, Block could easily return to $160 plus stock price before the end of 2027, with an average estimated EPS growth of 37.5% and average estimated revenue growth of 16.3%. Average overall growth is projected to be over 27% over the next 4 years. However, investing in Block is not without risks. The fintech industry in general is highly competitive and subject to regulatory scrutiny, which could impact the company's operations and profitability. The cryptocurrency market is also known for its volatility, and Block's exposure to Bitcoin carries inherent risks. Moreover, changes in consumer behavior and preferences could affect the adoption of payment and financial services offered by the company. Investors should carefully assess these risks before considering an investment in Block stock. Quarter to quarter, investors must monitor Block's growth. The aforementioned $160 price target is dependent on the company averaging, hitting, or beating their estimates over the next 3-year time period. If the company misses repeatedly or macroeconomic headwinds such as high inflationary periods persist longer than expected, the stock will likely not hit this best case scenario. As for the FedNow risk, think about it like this. The fact that they built a road, right, doesn't mean there's going to be traffic or any car on that road. Use cases have specific needs. And if the road doesn't take people places they want to go, the road will not be used. The Federal Reserve have been developing FedNow for years, drawing more than 100 companies into a pilot program and scouting for use cases. But there are still questions about how much demand there will be for its instant payment services and how many people actually want to use that. In conclusion, Block Incorporated presents an appealing investment opportunity for those interested in the fintech sector and the evolving landscape of digital payments and cryptocurrencies. However, investors should be mindful of the associated risks, including regulatory challenges, estimate misses, and market volatility. With its unique position holding both value and growth opportunities in the fintech and cryptocurrency space, Block is a stock worth considering for those looking to invest in innovative financial technology companies. Quite frankly, the current stock price for Square is being driven by sentiment only. Today is a perfect example of that, wiping $3 billion off its market cap because of a platform outage.
And there's been chaos across the country today as payment service Square went down. The outage left small businesses with no option but to close or ask customers to come back with cash.
This has been a really tough day, guys, because we lost a lot of piggy banks today.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. Well, I guess you do. It's funny when someone nowadays, when you go to purchase something, they say, will that be cash or card?
I know, you're standing there with your phone.
Who's got cash? But I want to know, instead of cash, why don't we just barter? Why don't we just go old school?
Ooh,
we could trade some roadkill for Wi-Fi.
Okay, could be a fair trade.
I don't think it's justified. People are betting that short report will continue to push the stock down to 30 range, which will be a huge buying opportunity that I will be a part of if it happens. Personally, I am thankful for this as it provides an opportunity to add exposure to quality businesses at very decent valuations. Anyone makes mistakes. Look at Meta. They had their fair share of outage too. On October 4th, 2021, the social network, Facebook, became globally unavailable for 7 straight hours. Look at their stock right now. There is huge underappreciation of how significantly financial services will be transformed over the coming 3 to 5 years. And Square is in a fantastic position to leverage on its brand, scale, and financial strength to capture a big part of the increasingly large pie for tech-enabled finance, including neobanking. You are such a good boy for watching my video right till the end. Bye.